it was announced that Watch Dogs would not be running at the originally planned 1080p, but instead be running at 900p on PlayStation 4 and a very strange 792p on Xbox One. Lots of cross-platform games are low resolution on Xbox One. Why? I should preface this by saying I am not a developer. This is as much as I can understand about this stuff, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible so that you can understand. Now, the Xbox One is a little less powerful than the PlayStation 4, but according to Microsoft, it's just as powerful because of a little extra thing called ESRAM. Microsoft stated this ESRAM was going to be a huge game changer. It was going to allow for first-person shooters to run at a full 1080p, 60 frames a second. ESRAM is basically dedicated RAM for your GPU. So while your GPU is running all of your graphics, if you have things that need to be rendered all of the time, like a character model, you can have that in the ESRAM, freeing up the GPU to render all of the other insane next-gen graphics. The ESRAM is also supposed to be super fast. So, what happened? In theory, the ESRAM sounds great, but so did the 32X. Developers say this ESRAM is, quote, a pain in the ass to develop for. When developers make games for the Xbox One, they need to assign assets to the ESRAM or find other ways to free up the GPU. Assigning things to the ESRAM takes up valuable development time. Some developers even say that the ESRAM is slow, so it's not even worth it. So unless you have plenty of time to develop for this technology, like let's say you're developing an Xbox One exclusive, then you're going to get a lower resolution game. Game developers typically develop games at a lower resolution first. Then as development continues, they raise the resolution a little bit. Now raising the resolution causes problems, so they need to fix these problems. And if they don't have time to fix all of these problems, well, it's back to the lower resolution. And this is probably what happened with Watch Dogs. And this is also why games are typically a lower resolution on the Xbox One, because it takes more time to develop for the Xbox One. It's not that it's not possible, it's just that it's a huge pain in the ass. So there you go. I think that was pretty simple enough. But does this really matter? I mean, it only really matters if it affects the gameplay, which most of these games, it doesn't really affect the gameplay at all. But I mean, if you're going to sink $400 into a console, I mean, you might want one that's going to run at full resolution, I guess. You're only going to really have a problem if any of these games have any frame rate issues or the resolution fluctuates, which I don't think happens. I don't think there's a case of that happening yet. Let me know what you guys think. I know that the Xbox fanboys will be more than happy to let me know what they think. Comment down below if you like this video, like it, subscribe to our channel, like us on our Facebook page, @ me on Twitter. Thank you guys very much. Have a good week. It's totally silly. He moves like nothing I've ever seen before, and you control each limb one at a time. That's what makes this game fun and unique and interesting to play. Anyway, here are some games that are just like Octodad. Now, will you be upset? Will you walk out of the theater if this one is not Asian?
I think so. They openly said that it was a complete accident.
Yeah.
Like they did not realize it.
A likely story.
It didn't.
You believe that?
No, it wasn't just.